David, this is one thing I wanted to show you that we didn't get a chance to really take a good look at in the presentation the other day. We stopped short of it. Um, but what I wanted to do was give you a feel for how someone who is not going to be a system user can analyze, can leverage the information that's in Microsoft Dynamics GP via Excel. And the places where I think this might be applicable, you're a growing company and you've got a group of, I guess, power maybe users or certainly power employees who've been there for 20 years who have a gut feel about certain things, but the way to have that be transferable to the next generation of people who are going to be making that business the best that it can be is to empower them to take advantage of the information that's in the system so that they can make the same kind of decisions or even better ones based on taking advantage of the information that's in the system. So this is just a short demonstration of that kind of capability. And so what we're looking at here is just a quick little payables report that I made in Excel, and I'm going to show you how you can make something like this and how it can be leveraged, just refreshed. So how you can make it, the end user can make it, and how then that data is connected to Microsoft Dynamics GP, and you can continue to get the most accurate information from that and dynamically look at that information. So let's take a quick look at how you make something like this. I'm going to just make a new sheet from scratch, and what I'm going to do is connect to the data. So basically what's happened is all the transactions that are in Microsoft Dynamics GP have been put into a SQL Server database and then served up in business-friendly terms so that a business person can what if and drag and drop and find the information that they need to make good decisions. So, and by the way, this is something that's part of the system. There's no extra charge for this. It's something that's there is an extra charge on NAV. It's it's the $9,000 some odd line item on the side-by-side comparison that I've given you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at quotes, right? You guys have quotes, and you might want to see what's my funnel look like, or what's my pipeline look like. So I can see really quickly I've got $528,000, $500,000 worth of profit in the pipeline. And I can scroll down and I can say, that's great. What is that in terms of percentage? So what's my margin in terms of percentage? So it's a 63% margin, which is very good. I suspect yours is higher, but that's one to take a look at. And so maybe I want to know, how does that break down by customer? Well, I can just go in here and I can grab customer names and figure out how that works. And I can also see, maybe I want to see, well, how does that break down by salesperson? So I can just come in and say, let's take a look at the salesperson. And a better way to look at that might be to put the salesperson on top. And what I'm doing is I'm just quickly reformatting, repurposing, making this information come to life, just quickly dragging and dropping. And you can see it's very fast in the way that it responds. And I can use this information to start making reports off of. So if I wanted to look at the pipeline, I could look at it multiple ways. I could look at it by sales territory, maybe. That might be something I'm interested in. I suspect in my demo data, sales territory is going to be pretty close to salesperson related, but there we can see by sales territory, by salesperson, by customer. And then I can see, well, what items are they buying or using? So if I take a look there and I dump those item numbers in, you can see they've fallen in there. Underneath each customer, I see, and I can collapse all of these, or I can filter some things out. So what I can do here is also I can say, let's do this. Let's say that right now I don't really want this information, and I don't really care about this. What I really want to know is salesperson, customer, and maybe I want to know profit. Great. So this is more of a funnel look, which is what I think I said I was going to take a look at when I started. And so one thing I might do is it's real easy to grab this this information and say, let's create a pivot chart, and we can see kind of real visually how's everybody doing against everybody else. Let me redo that there. I think really what I wanted was probably just there we go. Sometimes it takes me a minute to figure out what do I really want. That's what I was expecting to see by salesperson. So I just said all customers and move that in as a page filter. What I can do then is I can take all of this data, or maybe I call this total, or summary. Summary might be better. And then here, maybe what I do is I select all of this, and I can simply copy this over here to the second tab and paste it, make a nice fit for it. And then now maybe what I want to do is let's pull this back down here, but let's just have Francine, who was my first person there. So, okay. And we'll say Francine, quotes, or pipe. And of course then I don't like that as much now, but what I can do is then take that and say, let's take a look at it. And we'll say another pie chart there. And we can see, what's Francine's pipeline look like and what is it made up of, and I can take the same data one more time and extend that or make it the next person that I want to track. Sorry. And actually, just the easiest way to do this actually would probably be to say, before I copy that, to say, let's select all, okay, and then let's select all, perfect. And now it should be, unless I've done something wrong, that when I filter, I get a new display there. Nice. So that's really the way we want to do it. That's fine. Let's select all this. Let's change this to be Gary. I'm not sure what I've done wrong, but I should be able to take that just over without having to click that. That's fine. Anyway, bottom line is I wanted to give you a feel for how you could make this kind of reporting, make it come to life, so that you can best leverage the system. Because there's a part of the sale we've already talked about, or part of the choosing the solution that is really related to the partner, which hopefully we'll talk about later today. Part of it is how the solution works, and so I believe this is something that would be very helpful for an organization like Gibson going forward. Right? It's one thing to capture all the transactions, which I believe we're doing it in a very efficient way. And so, a part of it is, do you feel like it's more efficient in NAV versus GP and SalesPad? Personally, I kind of moved away from GP to SalesPad for your opportunity, because I think it's kind of the best way that I could show you that it would work. But then this component here is also, this is just Excel using SQL Server and GP to create a refreshable flash reports you would use to trend and run, make business decisions without having to be in GP. It's really executives and business analysts taking advantage of the investment that you make in the ERP system, which is another huge part of the go forward. So just wanted to make sure that this got on the table and that you were aware of it. Thanks.